From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale, in for Chris Piner today. Now, today's show is focused on the Juried Photo Show happening in October. Now, Chris Smith is here in the studio with us to tell us more about it. Welcome, Chris. The Juried Photo Show taking place right here in Vernal at the Western Heritage Museum, correct?
You betcha.
Okay, first of all, what is it? Juried Photo Show.
Juried means it will be judged.
Okay.
And that they enter a certain amount of the photos. It's not just free-for-all. We do limit it to 3 per photographer. And then I get them judged as soon as the entry time is over. We give them 2 days to bring photography in.
Okay. And
then I get a juror, and I've already got one ranged, and they'll come in.
Is this something that is, I mean, who can be involved? Is it just for people who are in UNT County? Could you have somebody show up from, I don't know, Boston and just be like, ooh, look at this cool picture I have?
Well, on the website and in the rules, we talk about any photographer west of the Mississippi.
Okay.
Because it all has to deal with Western. Okay. And that's how it began, you know, as Western photography. But if someone from Boston wanted to, I'd accept it in a minute. Yes.
We'd put them up and say, our one contestant from Boston, here they are. How long has this been going on? How long have we had this juried photo show?
The first juried photo show was in 1996.
Okay.
And it corresponded with the centennial for Utah. Then the next year was, every year since then.
And what kind of turnout do we have for these? I personally have never been to the show. I'm going to go this year, obviously.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
It kind of varies, but I did notice that we had quite a surge in more photos into the show with the digital age. Less expense.
Right.
A whole lot of people who've never even thought about getting into a show, you know, are novice and are amateurs. It was harder when we had film, simply because it was more expensive.
Right.
So now you've got digital. You can check out and say, oh, no, that'll never work, you know, and try it again.
Yeah.
Versus take your picture, send it off, it comes back, and you go, oh, boy, you know.
Yeah,
but,
and I'm sure that as technology has gotten better and consumer-grade cameras have gotten, you know, more and more megapixels and finer detail, some of the amateurs out there who can't afford really nice cameras can probably now take a pretty decent picture.
Oh, yes, definitely. So, but we have averaged, over the last 3 or 4 years, over 120 photos entered into the show.
Okay. And are those then blown up? I mean, do you have a period of time that people can come and just look at them?
Yes.
And when does that happen?
It'll be basically the full month of October.
Okay. They're up there at the museum the full month. Come and look at all these wonderful pictures. I was talking to you earlier about, you know, the idea that the Uinta Basin, some people outside of the Uinta Basin may not, you know, think that,
we have much talent.
We have much talent. Let's put it bluntly out there. What has been, for people who have been outside the Uinta Basin, coming in and seeing these shows in the past, what has been their reaction?
Oh my gosh, you know, I never knew. Just a lot of comments such like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually do have some decent photographers out here.
Decent photographers and some fantastic artists of many mediums.
Okay, so just know that we have some different categories. 3 pictures that you can turn in?
3 pictures you can enter.
From 1 to 101 years old or beyond, because we definitely have people who that can be a part of it. You can come from anywhere, but I would imagine the majority of photographers are from probably right around here.
Yes, they are. They are.
Okay, great. Well, I'm excited to know more about who gets involved, and not only that, but what you could win. We'll get to that when we come back. So stay with us. We'll return right after this word from Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Ashley Regional Medical Center is committed to bringing you the latest advances in technology right here in the Basin. The radiology department at Ashley Regional, along with radiologist Dr. David Perry, now offers laser vein therapy. This new therapy can reduce unsightly varicose veins, help with leg pain, and even reduce restless leg syndrome, and requires a minimum amount of your time. Stop hiding your legs and call Ashley Regional today at 621-6465 for more information.
Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about the annual juried photo show at the Western Heritage Museum. Thanks again to Chris Smith for joining us to tell us all about this wonderful event. Let's get now to what people can win.
What people can win.
Yeah, if they enter their photos, I mean, besides being famous in Vernal for having their photos up at the Western Heritage Museum, there's actually a monetary prize as well.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. We've got cash prizes.
Oh, very nice.
The overall best of show, in essence,
The big winner.
in the theme,
Okay.
and also we have a best of show in the open categories.
Okay.
Is $200
Nice.
for the theme, and I believe it's 150. I might have to check that in the open, and then it'll go down into the separate classes,
Okay.
first and second places,
Right.
and
Which is a pretty good return on your investment, considering it only costs like $15 to put a photo in, right? Well, what are the prices to enter?
the prices, professional, and advanced amateur, and your amateurs will pay $15 per photo. Children under 12 will only pay $5.
Okay.
And we have a novice category.
Okay.
And this category is the person who has taken pictures, but they've always hesitated to do anything in a show.
Yeah.
It's to entice them to come in. And
Sure.
one thing a lot of people, amateurs, is the money.
Right.
So we have reduced entry fee for the novices at $10.
Right. To make them want to give it a shot, so
Yeah,
to speak.
give it
So
a
again, the
shot.
categories we have: children who are 12 and under. You have amateurs and novices are kind of the same, except for an amateur has entered into a show before.
They've
A
never
novice has never entered into a show.
Right.
Advanced amateur is somebody who maybe has sold a photo or two but doesn't do it professionally.
Right.
And then professionally, obviously, that's what they do for their profession, is they take pictures.
Right.
myartscouncil.org, all one word, myartscouncil.org, and you can find out all this information that I'm trying to give out. But the important thing is that the theme, because you've got open category and you've got themes, and what is the theme?
Wild and woolly.
Wild and woolly. What does that mean?
Well, it's up to the photographer's interpretation.
As long as you can say, hey, this is wild and woolly.
If they feel they've got a picture in wild and woolly, then that's how it's going to be judged into the theme areas.
Well, very nice. And of course, we have a single judge, and it's always somebody who really knows what they're doing, right?
I always try to get professional jurors in the craft,
Right.
in the same craft.
In this case, photography. Somebody
Yes.
who you're not going to get a chef necessarily to come and go, well, that looks like a delicious looking
But he's a
picture.
professional.
But, yeah, right. So you're professional photographers coming, usually from outside the area. And like you said earlier, before the break, they are often amazed at the talent that they find right here in the Basin.
I hear that a lot, as well with the art show that we have in June. They usually walk around the room and check out all the entries, and then they just turn to me and go, "I didn't know you had this much,"
Yeah.
or similar comments like that, and I just beam, say, "Yes, we do."
That's great. Now, we only got about 30 seconds left, and I want to be able to give you a chance to talk about what's happening at the museum before we get to see these pictures, because everybody's got to go take those pictures. So tell me what's happening next at the museum.
Okay. Well, just as soon as the quilts go out, because we've got quilts up there, we are having, it is an art show, Uinta Basin Art League exhibit. These artists are from the Basin area, and they're excellent. And they'll have a reception on the 1st.
Okay.
One of the artists makes African drums with exotic woods.
Cool.
And they will have a drumming demonstration during that reception on September 1st. And we'd love to see everybody there.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Chris Smith, for joining us once again.
Thank you.
Be sure to get your cameras out and take lots of pictures. That's all for us this week. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.